Now, with more on what goes into protecting a celebrity like Kim Kardashian, David Neely is with us. He is a security consultant with the Precision Institute of Protective Measures. David, thank you very much for joining us.
For having me.
When you first heard about this incident, what did you think?
Well, I thought there was a failure of security of a large scale.
Now, what kind of security would somebody like Kim Kardashian have? I mean, she's an international, global star. It has to be pretty special.
You would think that, but often it isn't. Sometimes what you're using when you're on the road is a virtual team of locally sourced people whose training may or may not be up to snuff, and usually staffed by a principal security officer or a bodyguard. In this case, I think she's been ill-advised.
Now, having someone or a team with proper training, what kind of training would they have? Where would they come from?
Well, they could come from anywhere as long as the training is comprehensive and robust. The real issue here is that I don't think she's been advised on the actual level of threat and threat spectrum, because they tend to be focused, if you look at anything to do with this family, focused on paparazzi, stalkers, and gawkers. And yet she's wearing jewelry, she's touting a lifestyle, in the media. And they seem to have failed to recognize that that may attract a different kind of aggressor and build out a program that's commensurate with that threat.
A program commensurate, would that mean having 5 or 6 people around you at all times? And would this be, like a Secret Service type arrangement?
Well, what you usually see, and I think you see it with this group, is big guys or women in black outfits. And you want a discrete program. It would involve a counter-surveillance program that detects threat, would detect the primary threat of stalkers and gawkers, but could detect other threats. This is an organized group that has committed this crime. There's 5 people involved. It's a difficult place to get into, seemingly. And, they've pulled it off. So it's about the jewelry, not so much the celebrity. And yet this is a threat that does face this particular celebrity.
How do you think things might change around her? I mean, if you sat down with Kim Kardashian, what would you tell her she has to have from now on?
I think what she needs right now is good advice. And I've seen some news items about her New York arrival, and they've knee-jerked with the same kind of coverage, too obvious, too many, and it's not really a good deterrent. The likelihood of another jewelry robbery is quite low, and they're not really, it's just not the right thing. So some good advice, a threat risk vulnerability assessment, with that information, an informed choice about expenditure and what costs they're looking at, which will be small in terms of the loss they've just incurred.
David Neely, security consultant with the Precision Institute of Protective Measures. David, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.